that. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this moment. I'm just going to share my screen just so that we get an opportunity to have this conversation together. Let me share my screen here with you. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be talking about the habit code, how AI thinks, and what it teaches us about personal productivity. I'm all about systems. One of the big deals for me is mostly how do I input systems into AI, but also how does systems affect the way I think and the way I produce things? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to touch on artificial intelligence, how it works, what it teaches us. We're going to share an example. I'm going to introduce the habit code. And remember, we're going to have a full session of this in Becoming the Person Universe for 1 hour, which we're going to be using practical tips to be able to apply this. And then we're going to be wrapping up with what I call identity shift. How can we shift identity to be able to attain some of these things? So So artificial intelligence. I mean, normally when I do these workshops, I ask, what are your favorite tools for artificial intelligence? I'm just going to put a few here just so that it makes it easier for all of us. So, I mean, there's ChatGPT, there's Gemini, there's Code. They're all leading, they lead general tasks, writing codes, mid-journey stable, there's diffusion, there's perplexity. I mean, all of these AI tools do multiple roles. And some of them are good at some of them are good at general tasks, but each of them are good. I can't say there's any good one over the other. All of them do a very amazing job in really getting things done. And every individual has specific AI that they feel attached to, maybe because of the nature of the task that they undertake. So how does AI work? I always say, how does it work? I mean, AI, there's so many things AI can do, but there's some simple ways, simplified how AI works. AI runs on four things, which is very simple, very straightforward. Inputs, outputs, feedback, and adjustment. Four things, nothing more. I mean, however you use AI, you can use AI to the highest level, or you could just use AI for your basic tasks, basic admin, getting information. It still works on these four main premise: inputs, outputs, feedback, and adjustments. What if AI produces bad output? I mean, it happens all the time. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've seen AI produce some really crazy things. And, and sometimes I think, well, what's this? I mean, take for example, I mean, if you look at that guy's face, this is, I mean, about to produce somebody laughing. In the end, I mean, there's somebody with double teeth at the top of the head. It almost feels like a zombie or something. I don't even get it. And in the other guy, you see like a foot coming out of the mouth. It's crazy. But I mean, these are images produced by AI. It was just to give me a guy that is laughing for me to use for something. But AI did this. I mean, it does that sometimes. Look at another example. I was about to create a king sitting and drinking from a cup, and he created something funny. I mean, I don't know if that's a human being or what. What's that? It's crazy sometimes. But that's bad output from AI, which is interesting. It happens all the time. The problem is not the AI, which is very interesting. And I think most of us know that. The issue is the gaps in the prompt. And the gaps in the prompt could mean different things. The gaps in the prompt does not mean the prompt was bad. It was just the prompt was not clear enough for AI to give me exactly what I needed. So maybe I just told AI, give me a face of a guy laughing. And of course, AI will pull a few things, a few missing. Maybe I didn't say make sure the face has this, that, or that. Because sometimes clarity helps AI to really produce what you need. Not just the prompt, but also how you clarify what you also don't need from your prompt. The AI system never gets demotivated by its bad effort. That's very interesting because no matter how much AI produces these bad results, I mean, The next time I put in something else, it just continues working. It's very interesting how AI works, no matter how many bad outputs. I mean, AI has evolved over time. I mean, when we started using AI, I can imagine AI used to really produce lots of these bad results. But right now, I really see, I mean, AI has even improved on typos and things like that. But over time, AI has been improving by inches, even over the years. But it's never been motivated by bad results. Filling the prompt gaps or changing the prompt is a task redesign. So it's just simple. You're filling the prompt gap, you're redesigning the task that you gave AI, which will most often result in a better result. Now let's look at this guy with a bob on the head. That's human beings, that's us. Why do smart people stay stuck? I mean, we just looked at an example of AI and what AI does and how AI actually reproduces results without getting demotivated by its bad output. Why do smart people stay stuck? You're capable, you're driven, and you care, which are three important things for people to achieve so many things. But your days are reactive. Your energy feels scattered, and consistency feels harder than it should. The default is normal. We push harder, we download another app, we hire someone else to fix the problem. We make bigger promises to ourselves. Some people set New Year resolutions. At the end of the year, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds. And by the time it's February, they stop going to the gym and they stop eating right. We always allocate something to solve our problems. It feels like our demotivation is dependent on something else. The AI doesn't work that way. AI never asks what's wrong with me. It asks what's producing the result. And for me, that's the biggest take, even if it's just that one take that a listener gets from this presentation, is that AI asks what's producing the result. And I'm going to be introducing the habit code because I'll get an opportunity to do a full session on the habit code and becoming a person universe, really for 1 hour, and really going through that workshop to help somebody really choose something and build a habit from that. And I'm going to be talking a little bit a simple way to look at habits the same way AI looks at performance. So the code loop is very simple. C stands for context. That's the inputs that goes in. So context is everything around the habit, the time, the environment, the energy, the tools. Context is doing more work than motivation ever will. More work than anybody can give you motivational speech to help you move forward. Context is the starting point. And as we move along, I'm going to give an example so it ties into the code loop. O stands for output. That's the behavior. And this is all about not what you intend to do, but what you actually do. Habits don't lie. D stands for data. That's the feedback that you get. Not feedback from someone else, but the feedback that you get, that you feel from what happens. And how you feel afterwards, energized, drained, relieved, the feedback loop really matters. And the last one, which is E, is evolution, which I call it iteration. And if you notice, I talked about how AI has improved over time. Small adjustments, not dramatic live overhauls. AI improves by inches. If I look at a couple of years back to now, almost every day or month, AI has improved the way it produces results to me, and I believe that might be to you. So let's look at a code example, just so that it makes it easier for us to really contextualize the habit code. So let's take for that a simple morning exercise. I mean, if you're like me, morning exercise is one of those things I love to do. And of course, you want to burn some calories, you want to gain a few things, I mean, you always have your alarm by you, just making sure you don't sleep too much. And you, in the end, you definitely want to see some results. But let's look at the full habit code loop. So, number one, which is context, which is your inputs. Alarm too early because you slept late. Your clothes were not ready. And what's the output, which is the actual behavior? You snooze, you sleep even more. Unfortunately, because you sleep more, you end up rushing your day. Now, the data, which is your feedback as a result of that, you feel guilty when you finally wake up because, of course, you didn't get the exercise done, you feel a little tired, your energy is low, you even ended up completing less tasks for that day. But what can you evolve? What's the iteration or adjustments that you could make within this code or this code example to enable you meet your goal? You can lay your clothes out at night. So you don't need to start thinking, what am I going to wear for my exercise? Is it the blue one? Is it the brown one? Am I going to wear the sneakers? You have everything laid out for you. It's ready for you to go at night. You can move your phone out of reach. You don't need your alarm to be right close to you because it's so easy to stretch your hand and just hit snooze. You could put it further away from your bed such that by the time you wake up, even before you hit snooze, you're up. And so you definitely will want to do your exercise. You could even shorten your workout time, or you could even adjust the number of days you do your workout 60 minutes to 45, 45 to 30. Maybe you do workout 5 days a week. You decide, I'll be doing 3 days a week for just 30 minutes. So you adjust, and that's the evolution, and that's the iteration. Those are the adjustments you make until it works for you. And repeated habits will be able to help you internalize and almost take it to be a standard. That's exactly the example that we could learn from the code and how AI has improved over time. If you notice the change, it was not about the person who slept too much, who hit snooze on the alarm, and whose clothes were not laid out. It was the system change that helped the person to now start accomplishing goals. Laying out clothes out at night made it easier. Moving the alarm not too close to the bed or the phone further away from the bed made it easier not to hit snooze. And over time, maybe adjusting the times that you do your exercise depending on what works for you. Maybe you started with 60 minutes and you realize it's too much, it gets tiring before I start my day. You adjust that over time, you change your system, which now enables you to accomplish the goals you wanted to accomplish. And this could work for anything. It could work for businesses. It could work for individuals. This could be applied in anything you want to do. The code is meant for you to think about an example. Like I said, I'll definitely be going deeper into more of a workshop um, at the Becoming the Person Universe because then I'll definitely go into you identifying something you want to change and how you want to move forward with what you want to change. And then we're going to build an example together and then we move into the application of it. So the bigger piece here is identity shift. And identity is not about what a document tells us who we are. Identity is definitely about what we think we are. For me, my identity is mostly consistency. I love consistency. I love to be on time. I love to move from one place to the other. And each place that I go to, people know me by my identity. I mean, there's been times I've gotten a speeding ticket just because I don't want to be late. I have to be there 5 minutes before the start of the event or whatever we're doing. That's my identity. That's what I want to be known for. And so if you notice, what do you want to build in your system, which you identify as identity, not your passport, not what the government knows about you, but what you want other people to know you and what you want to build for yourself as an identity. If you look at that, AI behaves according to how it has been trained. I mean, my
Yes.
chat GPT knows me so well. There are prompts that when I drop in there, it tells me exactly what I want because it's learned over time. And I'm giving it so many prompts. I've dealt so many things with my chat GPT that we're almost like friends. And so we talk together. And so it's learned over time and it behaves based on what I trained it to. And each time it gives me a suggestion, it'll give me a suggestion like a friend laughing back at you. what I know about you, these are some things which I think will work best. And I'll smile because it just feels like somebody knows you and somebody sharing from that background of what they know about you. As humans, we can evolve our systems to accomplish our goals. And like I talked about system, how do we evolve over time? We simply keep the iteration. We simply keep building on things that have already been created. And we keep refining them until they get to that place where we're comfortable to keep them and we feel that's our own identity. That's what we want to be identified by. We regularly default to systems instead of rising to goals. It's so easy. I mean, in the past, beginning of the year, I'll set goals, which, this year I'm going to achieve this goal. Goals are good, but if you don't build systems to attain those goals, they are as useless as having no goals. And so we do not rise to goals. We default to systems. So if you're setting a goal, you must build a system to accomplish that goal. And that's why we use an example of morning exercise and how you set a system. The morning exercise was a goal, but the system to accomplish that goal was more important than the exercise. Else, it's so easy to get demotivated and maybe in the end not accomplish anything at all. So instead of asking, why can't I be consistent? Instead, ask, what kind of system would a consistent person have? What should I create for me to be consistent? If you ask yourself that question, it now changes your identity. It shifts that identity for you to imagine, what do I do to accomplish this? So you don't just rise to goals, but you rise to a system that enables you attain a goal. So as I wrap up here, I just want to talk a little bit about who we are. So in Ndoping and Co, we use structure, strategy, capacity, and stability model to turn disorganized, leader-dependent organizations into clear, structured, and self-sustaining operations. I'm always happy to be able to get to know people, get to work with organizations. Primary clients are mostly solopreneurs and nonprofit leaders, people building a purpose in life, and sometimes we help people shape some of that, and we always enjoy being part of that company and really just help to build. We take an opportunity, especially on March 7th, to be able to build a little bit more on what I just talked about on the habit code, especially within Becoming the Person Universe on March the 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll take an opportunity to do a one-on-one workshop with a group of people that are there just so that each person can individually build their own system on one main habit and then use that as an example to be able to build that on different things. And that could even be on a business goal that they set for themselves. They really just be able to build that and really evolve that into something that they will definitely really want to enjoy and use for the rest of the 2026. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the opportunity to have a chat today.
Thank you. Got any questions?
Yeah, Carol, I know you joined a little bit later, but if there's anything, am I still sharing?
I had technical difficulties. So it kicked me out and I had to come back.
Oh, yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Am I still
But I'm
sharing?
thinking you're gonna be around on the in the group, right?
Yes, it's gonna go to Becoming the Person Universe.
Exactly.
Yes, so it's gonna go to Becoming the Person Universe, and yeah, I'll be more than happy to also do the workshop on Becoming the Person Universe fully. And in that workshop, we'll get an opportunity to really go into individual examples. People create something for themselves as well.
A little bit more in depth, right?
Yes, definitely go a
I
little
don't
more in
expect to
depth.
get everything today, but I guess this is kind of like the teaser.
Yes, this is kind of like the teaser. And of course, I mean, once you're becoming a person user, even on the free membership, you get an opportunity to simply just go through all of these workshops and really get an opportunity to
Right.
get a little deeper.
I plan to join. Quick question though. For any of the training that is happening, is it going to be certificate training?
I think that's a question for, I don't know, Melanie or Dr. B. I don't know if you, that should be a
All right.
question for one of you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna pin that question. I'll get back to you later.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
Hello, Paul. Welcome.
Hey Robert, how you doing? Good. Sorry, I'm running. I'm a little late, but I mean, better late than never, as they say.
No worries at all. No worries at all. I mean, we talked a little bit about the habit code. We went through
That's
just a
right.
few examples and a few things
That
on
is right.
how to
That's
be
right.
able
That's
to,
I'm just I'm
build your
just
own
I'm just
habit code.
enjoying the conversation. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had some fun, and of course the recording will be there. I mean, for you to watch later on, just to be able to get the gist of
Okay.
what we've been talking about today. But I
Okay.
had
Good,
fun.
good,
I
good.
hope Melanie had fun. I hope Carol that joined us later had fun. But I have fun. I always have fun when I'm sharing some things that I know. Yeah, it might, no matter how it is,
Good.
it
That's
might
good.
be somebody.
That
And
that is
Robert,
that
may I
is that is
ask
wonderful.
where
That's
you're
wonderful.
located?
Yeah, I'm located in Calgary, Canada.
Canada. Okay, good.
Yes.
Understandable.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a mountain fan, just like Denver.
Oh, Denver. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. I mean, we have a little bit of time to have a chat. So, I mean, Paul, what motivated you to be part of? I mean, this whole uh, workshop today. What was the motivation?
Oh, okay. That's an easy one. Dr. B, how about that? Uh, uh, you know,
Yes.
yeah, well, it's Dr. B invited me obviously, and I figure let me come check. I mean, I see something about AI. I mean, AI is the wave of the future, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
so I don't want to be left behind. I mean, I missed out on a couple of revolutions before, but this seems to be like the biggest one out there. So I want to learn as much as I can and be a part of it, in a way that will enrich me and enrich the folks that I associate with. Just getting to see how AI can how this revolution really that is taking over just about everything every facet of our lives can how I can better use it, right? Learn from and use it to improve my delivery and the folks that I serve.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Carol, you wanna share a little bit about your own motivation?
You mean how I got here?
Yeah, I mean, I
So
got you. What made you? What made you? I mean, you could do many things on your Saturday. It's a Saturday
yes, I
day.
can. Somebody reached out to me via Instagram. I guess they had been seeing my posts, etc. And whatever my profile was, that I guess that motivated them to send the invitation. And since I'm really interested in I decided to register and, come out and have the experience.
Awesome. Awesome.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's
Awesome.
beautiful. Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
I think it's quite an experience. I'll just say personally, I mean, I have a relationship with Dr. B because we belong to another community together. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when Dr. B initially, invited me to this during the last, I mean, the one in January, during the beginning of the year. I mean, it was a teaser for me to come and really, let me just get a feel of all
Mm-hmm.
of this, and it was beautiful. The one in January was beautiful, and Dr. B said, "Yeah, I really want you to speak." I mean, it was not just coming to attend, but really just coming to give. For me, it's all about
Right.
giving. It's a little way to give, no matter how that is. I mean, life is all about giving. I mean, it's more about giving because you get blessed more when you give than to receive. So for me, it was just that piece
Yeah.
of giving, and also I get an opportunity to learn. I mean, that's amazing. And I agree with you, Paul. AI is the new
And,
revolution. Yeah, if you were like
Yeah.
me,
listen,
Yeah.
it's happening. It's happening whether we get on board or not.
That's right, Takara. That is
And
true.
the thing
100%.
is, if you don't avail yourself of the information, you're gonna get left behind. Left behind is not what I mean, you don't have to be leading the pack, but you also don't have to be left behind either, you know? And the thing
Yeah.
is, as far as AI is concerned, we as melanated people need to get involved,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
100%.
Because
100%.
it needs to be trained on humanity. Right now, it does not know humanity, you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
And if we could bring some kind of uh well, some kind of morality to the whole process, I think that will be helpful.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I'm not only
Yeah.
helpful, but it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
I
I
was
agree
gonna,
with you.
yeah, I was just gonna add also, Kara, that that's where involvement comes in, right? I mean, we have to
Mhm.
shape the future, right? We have to, because if we're not there, what do you usually say? They say, if you're not at the table where decisions are being made, then you're part of the menu,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
Exactly
so we're on the
right.
menu,
100%. I agree.
menu,
I couldn't agree more.
So yeah, well, that's what it said. If you don't show up at the table where they're talking about, guess what? You're on the menu,
Yeah.
So
Right.
so we need to show up so we're part of the discourse, right? We could help
Yes.
shape the narrative, if you will, right, Carol? To your point, I mean, determine if it, because otherwise, I mean, they're gonna just go without you. You know what I mean? They
And,
Yeah.
just gonna go
and you
without you.
definitely will be the menu. I mean, probably like the main course of the menu.
That's right. That's right. So,
Exactly.
so it's
You're
that.
gonna be
I
eating
mean,
up.
and I was gonna add also that the fact that this technology, other than some other ones that have been in the past, at least the way I see it, this technology is very cheap to get in to get into. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes,
I mean,
it's
hey, in the days of Apple, I could not buy an Apple stock; it was too expensive. I mean, I was priced out. I could
yeah,
not
yeah.
get Microsoft stock either. I was priced
Well,
out, right? I
well,
mean,
AI is still very much the wild, wild west, you know,
yeah, there you go.
and everybody who's getting in, except for the developers and such, they are they're having to learn. Everybody's a level playing field right now, you know,
Hmm.
and the
Mhm.
more we can influence what is going on, the better it's going to be.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree. I
100%. No,
agree.
you're right. You're right. I mean, 100%. That's what it comes down to. We have to get involved. We gotta,
We
we
do,
can't sit on the
we do.
sidelines no more.
Yeah.
I
Can't
would
sit on the
love to
sidelines no more.
be further connected with you guys because I think coming together is what we need to do because I have AI people doing AI here, there, and everywhere. But if we come together, I think we have a way greater impact.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I know, and I think Robert, Robert and Karen, I think we all agree that that's why Dr. B created this community, isn't it? So that we can then
100%.